Good afternoon, YouTube. How are you this afternoon? I'm not too bad. I'm actually pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see. It is 12:30 Central Time, and I am in Lubbock, Texas, at West and West, or just W&W Steel Limited. It is off of I-27, about 2 miles west of the freeway on exit 6A. Let's see. Last we talked, I was at Nucor in Jewett, Texas, and I was loading up and gonna leave. I ended up getting loaded. It didn't take all that long. I guess maybe 45 minutes before I was able to back in, finish getting loaded there while we were talking. And then I pulled around, started to strap, and realized that they had not, I couldn't see when we were inside the base because they don't let you get out of the truck and look. Couldn't see that they hadn't loaded it properly. So I had to check back in, go back and get them to adjust it. They had left a bunch of gaps between them, and they tried to tell me that it was supposed to be a block load, but they didn't have any blocks. So I told them just smash it all together because I couldn't get any blocks between them. I mean, I had blocks, but since they wouldn't let me get on the trailer, I couldn't put blocks in. Just kind of crazy. So they jammed them all together, and I treated it like a Georgetown load, belly wrapped it, and got it all hooked down and everything else. It's a pretty heavy load, 49,000 pounds, so I had it well done. They were only 40 feet long, so it really wasn't all that bad. Once I got it done, checked out, and took off, and I took the back ways out. I mean, I know Texas better than both the GPSs, so I knew a better way to get up to I-20 from where I was. I kind of cruised up Texas 37 and then shot across, FM 37, and then shot across FM 164 to go to Waco, and then I took Texas 6 up to get out and get up on 20 up by, I think it's Edgefield, Texas. It's a really nice drive. That highway doesn't get a lot of traffic. It is a truck route. I mean, there are trucks on it, and there's a lot of stuff on there, but I didn't really have any traffic yesterday. Even in the small towns that you go through, and there's maybe a half a dozen or so, I didn't experience any slowdowns. I ended up getting up on 20 and drove for a while, and I tried to decide on where to go. I really only had two choices, either a TA, which was a half an hour closer, or Thai, the Flying J. I ended up opting because, there is another pilot along the way. It's an old Rip Griffin, but they only got like 20 parking spots, and there's never any space there, at least in every time I've ever been there. So I ended up stopping in Thai last night about 10 p.m. Went inside, took a shower, and watched about an hour and a half of TV, and then rolled over and went to sleep. Got up this morning at 8 and cleaned up and pre-tripped the truck and took off. I guess I was gone by 9. I took my sweet time because I really wasn't pressed for anything. I got here at 12:15 Central Time, about 30 minutes before my ETA was due, and walked in there, checked in. He told me just pull up to the side, unsecure, and they will be out when they get back from lunch, which is in about 10 minutes, I think. So it's a nice day. The only difference between yesterday and today is today it's very cloudy. It's starting to rain on and off. Matter of fact, I did drive through some rain coming up through Post, and but it's not too bad. I already have a pre-plan, and I'm heading over to Duke, which is, I thought maybe I would load here. There's a sheetrock plant here closer, but that's cool. Go up to Duke, Oklahoma when I'm done here. And I'm going to pick up a preloaded trailer, supposedly. Depending on what time I get there, though, it might not be preloaded, so I might be able just to get it loaded. I'd rather have them load it than do a preload. Saves all that mucky moving stuff around. But if I get there before 4 o'clock, that's a good possibility. Pick that up, and I'm taking that down to Cypress, Texas, which is on the west side of Houston off the loop. to REW Materials. That should be a pretty easy haul too. That's going to be kind of a different route, easy route. Head down, same way, come down from Duke and go down through Lawton and come through Wichita Falls and all that stuff. Head through Fort Worth, and then I'll go down to Waco and I'll cut across, get back on 6, because 6 comes off about a mile from the place, I think it is. So that's pretty much it for right now. Guess I'll talk to you guys when I get to Duke. Good evening, YouTube. How are you this evening? I am pretty good. Mother Nature, on the other hand, and maybe you can tell, is pissed off. It is about 7 o'clock Central Time, and I am in Elmer, Oklahoma, at the Elmer General Store. Elmer is about 10-15 miles south of Altus, Oklahoma. Last we talked, I was waiting to unload, and they've got it done pretty good. I was there about an hour, and then I pulled out, started heading this way. It was kind of a harrowing drive, to be honest. The storm started coming in, and it got pretty good. I was just north of Crosbyton, Texas, when they had a tornado. You know what? I'll get back with you after the storm blows through, hopefully. Okay, I'm back. Seems like the worst of it is over for the moment, but we have another line coming through. Kind of forgot where I was. That was like 15 minutes ago. Let's see. Yeah, I was dodging storms, and I was just about a mile and a half north of Crosbyton, Texas, when they had a tornado touchdown. I could see it in the mirror back there. Well, the cone of crap that was circulating. And I just kept on punching. I had to stop once when the winds got up too high, even for being empty, and the hail was just pounding the truck. Once I got past Childress, I kind of outran it. I got to Duke at 5 o'clock and checked the box, found my bills, found my trailer, and it's a junky one. I don't like it. And then had to rush because it started to rain as I was moving my equipment and bungeeing down the load. As usual, it's a horrible tarping job, and I just don't care today, as long as it stays more or less dry. But right now, we're having 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts, heavy rain. According to the little radar thingy on my iPad, we've already gotten 2.5 inches of rain in the last 15 minutes. And we've been getting ping pong ball size hail. I have a feeling I'm going to have some dents in my sheetrock. I was going to make like I said, I was going to make a video while I was there, but I was pressed for time. I wanted to get out before the storms really hit. Did not happen. I got to Altus and turned south. I had to pull over for a load check because the tarp came loose. Because they didn't double fold the front, they just rolled it up and tucked it away, and I didn't notice it. So I had to get out and fix that, and I started heading down here. Just as I got to about a mile up the road, the sky went black and it started coming down. And luckily, this place is a really big lot. It's a dirt lot, and it's now a mud field. But these people are really nice. It's not really a truck stop, it's just a restaurant with gas, but they didn't have no problem letting truck drivers park here. I've even eaten in their little restaurant. It's pretty good for just, local frozen, fried up food. So, I got about 450 miles to go, and I got to be there to be down to Cypress tomorrow between noon and 4 p.m. I'm hoping I make it. I'm going to have to stop in Burke Burnett on the way. Burke Burnett is just north of Waco. We have a yard there for the glass division. They also have a trailer shop. I have a light out and my ABS is screwing up, so I need to get that looked at. And I will probably stop there for the night and camp out, and then leave in the morning and drive down. Not really much I could do about the weather and everything else. If it wasn't for this, it really would not be a big of a deal. So I'm gonna try and stay dry and alive, and we should see y'all tomorrow when I unload. So until then, keep the shiny side up. 73s. Be safe.